You asked me to figure out where this video was recorded, so I did. Hi, I'm Jose Monkey, and I find people who ask to be found. I feel like I'm having an off week, guys. This is the second video in a row where I had a solid approach to finding the location, but I made a stupid mistake that cost me a bunch of time. Hey, it wasn't me this time. No, it wasn't you. It was my fault this time. It happens. So what can we see? This video shows us a brief scene in which a driver is pulling away from a gas station on a snowy day. We can't see the pumps very clearly, so that didn't really help. As the person turns onto the road, we can see these buildings across the street, and there are some blurry signs here. As they turn right, we can see this very distinctive looking building here that has sort of a green dome on top of it. And as they pull away from the gas station, we can see this building that says Stewart's Shops. The person starts driving down the road, and we see two more clues. The first is this sign that tells us that there is a library nearby. And the second is this blue sign, which I believe said something pharmacy. Okay, so Stewart's Shops are a chain of gas stations and convenience stores found in northeastern upstate New York and southwestern Vermont. They have over 350 locations. But the window stickers in the car look to me like New York registration and inspection stickers, so I was leaning towards New York. Okay, even though there were a bunch of Stewart's Shops locations, I was pretty sure that a data mining approach would help. I started by writing a query to find all Stewart's Shops locations. What's wrong? I can't do it without the music. Oh, sorry. I started by writing a query to find all Stewart's Shops locations. Then I got a list of all libraries, and it was a lot. I didn't know exactly where the library was, but I knew it was close. So I used a fairly conservative estimate of about 1/4 mile or 400 meters and looked for Stewart's Shop locations that were within that distance from libraries. That got me a list of about 30 to 40 stores, but I figured I could do better. That's when I remembered that pharmacy. So I filtered my list even further to show only the shops that were within 1/4 mile or 200 meters of a pharmacy. And that got me a short list of 6 locations to check, and I was feeling pretty proud of myself. So I quickly looked at each location, but none of them looked right. I started to worry that maybe the OpenStreetMap database didn't have one of these locations, and unfortunately that is a thing that happens. I figured maybe the pharmacy filter went too far, and so I backed it off to look at just the Stewart's Shops locations that were close to libraries, which, like I said, was about 30 to 40 locations. That was kind of a long list, but I figured I could either spend the time trying to debug the query, or I could just start grinding through it. So I started grinding. And I checked all of them, but I wasn't seeing it. I thought maybe I had ruled out locations too quickly. So I looked at each one again, very carefully trying to determine whether or not it was the right location. And I'm glad I did, because I found this location, which initially did not look right at all. But I noticed that the Google Street View photos were old. They were from 2015. And when I turned the camera around, I saw this building, which was clearly the building from your video. You were near the Stewart's Shop location in Port Henry, New York. The Google Street View for the Stewart's location itself was all wrong. It was just way out of date. But like I said, that building, which turned out to be a bank, was definitely the right place. I also found that pharmacy down the street that we see in your video, and I confirmed the view of the buildings that were across the street from the gas station. So clearly the problem this time was I was just a bit too hasty in ruling out locations. I double-checked, and my query that filtered to pharmacies and libraries was right. This location was among the 6 that I got in those results. I told you it wasn't me. Nope, it was me this time. Guys, please like and share. Go check out the map of all the places I've found for you so far. And if anybody else wants me to find them, record a video where you say, "Find me, Jose Monkey," or something like that on camera, or hold up a sign that says something similar. And don't forget to tag me in a comment on that video.